Hey, it's Eric here. I invite you to follow along as I walk you through my way of completing the character's activity. I know for this activity we're going to have to create two sprites that have two different actions using the Make a Block feature. So I have some characters in mind and a backdrop in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and select those. I think I want to go ahead and make an underwater scene. So let's go ahead and jump in my backdrops here and choose an underwater scene. So I think this one looks good. Okay, so all I did was go to backdrop, choose new backdrop, and then I think my two characters are going to be, I'm going to get rid of here with my cut tool, get rid of the cat. I'm going to use the starfish because the starfish is pretty adorable. So I'll go ahead and grab that. So I'll go to, I guess, animals. Then I see the starfish. So I'll click the starfish. And I notice in this we're going to use costumes. So I see when I click the starfish, it's going to tell me how many different costumes this sprite has. So it has two costumes. Some of them have more costumes. For instance, the bat, they have two costumes. We can see two costumes. The duck, some of them, if they don't have anything down here, that means they only have one costume. So we'll talk about that more in a minute. But I'm going to click the starfish, which has two costumes. And also what I want to choose is the shark. So I know there's a shark here somewhere. So I'll go ahead and go back to animals and see if I can't find the shark. So right there next to the starfish. I see the shark actually has three costumes. Okay. So what do I want to do for my project? Well, every time I see this startled starfish, I always think of that movie, The Little Mermaid. And then I always think about the shark here. And what if they starred together in the film? So maybe what I'll do is I'll have the starfish singing and then the shark come in and interrupt. So first things first, I guess what I want to do is I want to have my starfish floating here. So I want my starfish to be floating around the screen. So I could start an event block that says when green flag is clicked, have the starfish glide from one position to the next position to the next position, right? So if I go into motion, I could say starfish glide from this point, okay? So this point here, it's automatically going to populate this block with those coordinates here. So if I move him to this point, you'll see the block here changed. So now I can glide to that position, okay? And then I'll move it down here, and you see the block automatically changes. And so I'll drag that in there, and then I'll drag it once more to here, okay? And then we'll see that changed. So let's go ahead, hit the green flag, and see how this looks. Okay, so you can see he's kind of bopping around there. But what I can do is, instead of copy pasting this over and over and over, so I want him to keep gliding, right? I could put it in a loop. I could easily do this, put it in a loop and have it run, and have this run 10 times, right? But what I want to do is I want to make this my own block, because I don't even have to have all this code. So what I'll do is I'll make a block, and I'll call this floating, okay? Now I'm going to define floating as all of these, so this action, and we'll have that repeat twice. So you're saying to yourself, what did that just accomplish? Well, now on this block, I've just made a new block for myself. So now I have a floating block. So essentially when I hit the green flag, it will run these commands. It's pretty cool. So now he is floating for the, 4 times repeated twice. So it's pretty awesome. Now maybe I want to speed this up a little bit, which I do. So I'll put 0.5 seconds, 0.5 seconds. And I'll actually get rid of this block here. Okay, 0.5 seconds. Now let's see how it looks, test it out. See how our floating's going. Maybe a little too fast, I'm sorry, so that was too fast. And maybe we throw in a change size a little bit so he looks like he's coming in and out of the screen. So just go to motion, or sorry, looks. Go to looks and then change size by 10. So he'll come closer to the screen, then he'll come further away from the screen if I go -10. So see, like, close, far, close, under. So we can also insert the lyrics. We can also insert the lyrics. The under the sea lyric here, under the sea. Cool. And then go ahead, do that one more time. Oh, I forgot to put for a duration, so it's going to continue to say that. So I have to actually use the other say block where it says it for 1 second here. Now I can go ahead and I'm going to put this say block in here. So under the C, okay, and I want to say that for 2 seconds, and then we'll do a say again, so under the C one more time, under the C. So we'll see how this looks. Under the C. Okay, so maybe we can go back to this later, but more or less what I wanted to do. Okay, and now we'll keep ignoring the shark because I'm not too worried about the shark yet. I want to then create the surprise face of the starfish. Now you notice he already looks startled, so we already have the surprise face. So let's go ahead and look at the other costumes we have to play with. So starfish is selected. I'm going to go to costumes. And you see this is the happy starfish. This is the starfish that's happy. So that's good. I want him to start happy. And we notice that is starfish costume A. So I want to make sure that when this program starts, he always starts as a happy starfish. So what I'll do is I'll switch costumes at the beginning of my script here to starfish A. And then I'm going to create a block where he then becomes frightened. So I'll call this surprised. Surprised. And then in this block, I'm going to change the costume to that costume B where he looks surprised. Okay? So again, all I need to do is go back to my blocks, and since we've defined what surprise is, and that's just switching costumes to B, we'll just take that new block that we created and snap it on. So we'll go ahead, run on the green flag. It should twist costumes to the happy face. He should float, sing, and then be surprised. So looking good. Under the sea. Under the sea. Okay, and then he should be surprised. So it's repeating twice. So I don't like that it's repeating twice here. So, okay, very cool. I'm going to get rid of this repeat twice because I only want the floating to run once. Okay. And I think this could be for 1 second too that he says it. So yeah, let's go ahead, and I have it change the size by 20 here for some reason, so I'll make sure that is 10. Okay, so I'm just iterating here a little bit. And tell you what, he's getting really tiny, so let's go ahead and in the beginning set the size. So I'm going to go ahead and set my size here, which is in looks. So set size at the beginning of our project to 100%. Okay, so the starfish will be 100%. Under the sea. Okay. Oh my god. Oh no. Okay, so now we have to put in he's going to say something. So say, oh my. Okay, he's going to say, oh my. And then we'll have him float off the screen. So we'll have him then glide off the screen. So I'll go to motion. I want a glide for 1 second from here all the way down to the bottom here. Okay. Get down there. Yep. All right. Glide. So glide there for 1 second. And then we'll have, yeah, so we'll try that out. So let's go ahead and hit the green flag. Under the sea. Under the sea. Oh my god. Okay, cool. So we definitely have our starfish planned out, so now we need to add the shark's movement, right? And before we do that, I want to just hide the starfish in the corner there after he's run. So let's go ahead and hide the starfish by going into look. So after he's glided to that position, we're going to hide him, but we need to make sure that if we hide him at the end of this program, we make sure we want to show him at the beginning of the program. And also we notice when I start this program, he's not initialized to this point. So we have to make sure that initialize just means at the start of the project, we say we want the starfish to start here. So I'll just go to this position. Okay, so now all of these are set. So when we restart the project, we don't have to worry about it being hidden. We don't have to worry about it being small, and we don't have to worry about it being any other position except for this one. So that's just good practice to make sure everything's initialized. Great, so let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to do with this shark. Okay, so I see the shark, so I'll go ahead, click the shark. Now, there are 3 costumes with the shark. So we see shark-A, which is mouth closed, shark-B, which is mouth open, and shark-c, which is sort of like this sad, dejected shark, and this makes me sad to look at. But anyways, let's go ahead. I noticed they're all kind of the wrong direction. The shark's facing the wrong direction because I want him to come this way into the screen, right? So the eyeball's facing this way. So I'll just reflect the shark by hitting the flip left, right. And I'll do that for each costume, so they're all facing the right way. In this case, at least, okay? So now I like the idea that the shark is biting up and down, singing as well, but it looks like he's biting. He wants to eat the starfish. So we'll go ahead and make a script where it's the shark, well, biting. So we'll call this bite, okay? And what I'll do is I'll say, I want this costume to switch from shark A, which is shark with the mouth closed, and then I want to wait just 1 second, and then I want to switch here to shark costume B, okay? And then I want this in a loop to repeat. So now I need to add a little bit of wait time here because I want it to wait 1 second before it goes from B to A and repeats the loop. So I'll go ahead and add one here. So it's going to have costume A, wait a second, go to costume B, wait a second, jump to the top of the loop, then do A, and start over. So let's go see what this looks like. Okay, I don't know why I clicked the green flag. What I want to do, if I can preview this, I can just go ahead and click this, and we'll see the new bite. So it's pretty cool. Not as fast as I want, right? Not nearly as fast as a shark would be biting. Okay, so that looks a little bit better. Maybe even 0.2. See, I'm editing these as it's running, which is pretty cool. So we see it gets a little buggy if I do any faster than 0.4. We see it actually isn't working. Or actually, no, that's because the loop is actually done. The loop is run. So that looks good to me. Okay, so maybe we run bite as the shark is coming into the scene. And we have him biting for a little bit. So we need to create the shark moving into the scene. So that is going to be perhaps when green flag is clicked. We want to have the starfish be done with his song. So we'll see how long his song is, and then the shark comes in. So let's go ahead and count how long the starfish's song is, and then put some wait time here in the beginning. So 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1. Okay, so about 3 seconds until the starfish says "oh my" and goes away. So we'll wait 3 seconds until the shark arrives at his position. We want that position to be right about here. Okay, so we'll have essentially our shark glide to this position. This is where we want him to end up. We want him to start all the way up here, right? So now I'll kind of work in reverse and say I'll grab this glide block and put him on top. So essentially it should be gliding from this position all the way down to that position we talked about just 30 seconds ago. And also, I think it makes sense, we might as well just initialize this for when we rerun it and say, you know what, go to this position. Okay? So let's see what this looks like. Under the sea, under the sea, 3 seconds. Oh my. Okay, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think let's go ahead and make this 4 seconds and see if it changes anything, makes it look a little bit nicer. Under the sea, under the sea. Oh my. Pretty cool. Okay, great. Now, how about we go ahead and do some parallelism and have, when this is running, when the green flag is clicked, we have the shark chomping a little bit. So we'll go ahead and actually wait 3 seconds here, and then we'll run our bite command here. We'll loop that. So we'll loop the biting just a few times. So repeat the biting block twice. I'll go to more blocks, grab the bite, put it in here, and then we'll go ahead and hit the green flag. So we should start biting here. Okay, so I should have waited 4 seconds before the bite for the glide in. So, and we probably don't have to repeat that 2 times at all, actually, if you think about it, because we have this at 10. So we'll streamline this and say just bite, get rid of the repeat, and then we can change this to something more manageable, like 5. So now we test it, see how it looks. Oh my god. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, good. So it's looking pretty good. I think now we want the shark to become sad because maybe he just wanted to sing along. So we'll go ahead and do a sad. So sad, sadness. Okay, and sadness is just going to be defined as the shark now changing to the dejected shark costume, which is shark costume C. And then maybe he says something like, I just wanted to join in, I just wanted to sing too. Or I just wanted to sing along too. Oh, so sad. I just wanted to sing along too. Okay, and then, so we'll go ahead and play this from the top. Okay, no, first we need to add the sadness here to either one of these. So after we are completed with the bite and the glide, we can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and see. Under the sea, under the sea. Oh my. Okay, I just wanted to sing along too. I have no idea why this is the first project that came to my mind to do this, but I'm happy with it. So hopefully you make a more uplifting project than this. So I'll just go ahead and name this Under the Sea, I guess is a good enough name for now. And then make sure that I'm going to go ahead and share this on the forum into the studio for the other characters projects. I look forward to seeing yours. Hopefully yours is a little more uplifting and not as sad as this one. Okay, have fun.